Hello and welcome to the install video. What I've done, I've quickly whipped the machine outside, and before we actually get ripping any of the older components out, we just want to give it a quick blast off. Just so you know, I've already uninstalled Ryzen Master, I've uninstalled the AMD drivers, and I've used the AMD driver cleanup utility in safe mode to get rid of all the drivers. I've shut the machine down, which is going to get cleaned out, and we'll get it back inside so we can start uninstalling bits. Bloody cold. Right, this winter sun's fading fast, so I'm going to get back inside. That's given most components a bit of a clean out. I can start doing an installation now. Right, you find me back behind the camera. Here we've got the Radeon R9 Fury X. It uses two 8-pin power connectors, so I'm not going to have to worry about that for the RTX 2080 Ti. The Radeon R9 Fury X is water cooled, the AIO cooling. So we've got the coolant pipes coming off going to the radiator that was acting as an exhaust fan. What I'm going to have to do is find my Corsair fan that I took off the back so I can set that up as an exhaust. And that's pretty much it. I need to take this out, them out. So what we're going to start with, we'll take the power connectors off. Two, nice and easy. Put them over to one side. The R9 Fury X did take up 2 slots, so it's not a big issue for the new cards. I believe it only takes up 2 slots. That's one. Right, with them out, I'm going to leave that where it is for a second. And I'm going to take the radiator block off at the back. Okay, and the pump would simply lift out of the way, but we've got the power connection to the motherboard clipped over that, so I think what I'm going to have to do is get that off, and I can take them out. Now, in my infinite wisdom of keeping everything tidy, I passed the water pump cables underneath from the Fury through the water pump cables from the NZXT Kraken X62. So what I'm going to need to do is just lift the card out and then thread it underneath there. So for a second, I'm just going to put the pump hanging over to the side there. Now, when you go to lift your card off the PCI Express slot, don't just try and pull it out, because you've got a little clip that's just down here that I'm going to have to push down there. That's now out, so the card should lift straight out and it's up. But what I've got to try and do is thread it underneath here, which might be easier said than done. Something I didn't think about when I was putting this in, so I certainly don't want to take the cooler for the CPU off just to take the card out. So I'm going to have to squeeze that through, and I need to do this without hitting anything else on the motherboard, and is it going to fit is the question. I've pinned the cable there, that wasn't good, pulling on that. That should be able to squeeze through there. There we go. Ta-da! So that is the R9 Fury X out of the system. So I have the Gigabyte GeForce RTX 2080 Ti gaming overclocked edition. So it's 11 GB of DDR6 RAM. It is quite subtle in colour. It's a very understated looking card, and I think it fits my system very well. Very dark, very neutral. Although it is a huge card, it's going to fit into the case with ease. I've got loads of room, even though I've got 240mm radiator in the case already. Or is it 280, 240, 280, can't remember. So let's just pop this into here, and I'm going to click that down. It's the same 2-slot configuration that the Fury X was, but actually I was going to do a comparison between the two. The Fury X is a lot smaller card in length. Oh, if I hold it the other way, I'll get my hands out of the way. So the Fury X is a lot smaller card in length, but obviously because it's water cooled, you are pulling a radiator and fan with that. So we don't forget, let's get the screws in. And what I like about this, the way they've made the bracket on this, the screw here in the centre keeps the card aligned in the centre there, and the top one should just pinch down over the top of that so it can come out. Now these are thumb screws, but I'm just going to give them a small pinch, only a single turn, that locked into place. And it doesn't seem like the card's got too much sag. Take the power cable out again. I'm going with that. It has got in the way of the RAM a little. You can pull that pipe down a bit, and I'll do the same with the other one. Get it on the other side. There we go. That's more like it. I'm a lot happy with that. It hasn't kinked the pipes. If I push that down now, it's not in the way of the Kraken. It's not covering the memory up from the side. That should be alright. Right, 8-pin connectors. 1, 2. I have found the spare Corsair fan to go into the back of the case here, but I cannot find any of the 5mm case fan screws. Now I know I've got a load of them somewhere, but the trouble is, when you don't have your own workshop, everything gets squirreled away for safekeeping, and you can never bloody find the stuff. What I'm going to do, for the minute, I'm going to put 2 screws in just to secure front and back, and I'll borrow them from the top. And in the meantime, I'll ask one of the lads for some screws, or I'll find out where I've put the others, because at the minute I just cannot find them. Fan secured, connected up, exhaust fan coming out the back of the case, RTX 2080 Ti in, powers in, plugged in, screwed in, water pipes off, nudged under the main power for the motherboard. Let's get the side of the case on and let's get going.